The summer update is finally here, and in this video I'm going to quickly go over all of the major changes and additions. Let's start with cosmetics. So, I'm a free-to-play, so I don't really care about them. But from what I've seen, they are really good, and if I had the money for it, I would probably buy some of them. Alright, let's move on to versus Sexton Hail mode. Sadly, I didn't get to play it. And while I could play it on the community servers, it's not really what I'm here for. I'm here for things added in official capacity by Valve. So for me, this mode straight up just doesn't exist. Okay, so Steel is one of my favorite maps, and I have to say I really like the changes. While minor, they really make the experience that much more fun. Alright, so the rest of this video will be a top 10 list of all the maps that were added. I think no one is surprised by this. This map is just terrible. Very long sightlines, generally terrible design, and the aesthetic is really bland. Overall, a really bad map. Okay, so this one is really simple. It's just dust ball and payload. It has really long sightlines and very narrow choke points. Every match is basically a spam fest. It's not really fun to play. I will say though, I like the overall aesthetic and the redesigned team logos are pretty cool. Okay, so this map is really well designed. It avoids major issues of previous two maps, and I like the aesthetic. However, what really brings it down is the fact that it's a capture the flag map, and so I'm not gonna rank it any higher. Okay, let me start off by saying that I love how this map looks. It's simply gorgeous. For the most part, it's pretty well designed. So why is it so low then? Because of one thing I have issue with, and that's the control point itself. And if anything should be good on a King of the Hill map, that should be it. I feel like it's too cramped. It's really easy for it to be spammed by explosive classes. And other than that, it's a really good map. Okay, so for me, this map is definition of mid. It's not ugly, but it doesn't look that good either. The design is balanced, but not that interesting. So it's just that. Mid. Okay, so this is a pretty good map. The environment looks nice, and it rarely feels choky, if at all. Overall, it's pretty good. Okay, so I really like this map. It's really fun to play, the aesthetic is nice, and the design is really good balance-wise. One nice addition is a poster that will count the number of times players died to sharks. Alright, we're getting to the top 3. This is a great map. New spin on the old Badlands aesthetic looks gorgeous. Balance-wise, it's great. It's open but avoids the sightline problems of casuals in Venice. Everything you want from a payload map. The last points lift seems to be impossible to capture, but it's not actually that bad. So yeah, this map is great. Yeah, it's the funny seal map, but it doesn't get second place because of the seal. It gets second place because it's a good friggin' map with a good game mode. I love player distraction. It's great to see another map with this game mode. While I'm not a huge fan of the aesthetic, I do feel like it works for this map specifically. Gameplay wise, this map is open without huge sightlines, making it really fun to play. And now I know some people will be mad because like the funny seal map is not in the first place, but that's just my personal opinion. Number 1. My absolute favorite map from this update. As I mentioned earlier, I love steel, and this map being a bit more complicated still is really fun for me. Having the last point be available to be captured from the start, while also being a king of the hill point, and also keeping the idea that capping other points makes it easier for blue to capture and for red to defend, is such a cool concept to me. The aesthetic is just great, it's simply gorgeous. And gameplay is really nice, without narrow choke points and too long sightlines, while also having some just long enough sniper to be playable, but not overpowered. Overall, I love this map. 10 out of 10. Hey, thank you so much for watching this rather short overview of this update. If I sounded a bit tired, it's because I'm pulling another all-nighter to make this video. I really do hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. See ya!